Hello Aries, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your person on your mind reading. Whoever you're thinking about, that is who this reading is intended to be about. And everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading, scheduling personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course, all of that is in the description box below for you. While we get your cards ready, I do want to let you know that I have a special going for you. It is a 30-minute Zoom reading for $50, and everything that you need to know about how to schedule that is posted on the community page for you, or my email is in the description box below. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what is going on for you. We're looking at the energy of the person on your mind, Aries. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Five of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. The Chariot in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So the first thing that I'm noticing here is you do have a lot of reversals here. Definitely more than you have in the upright, which all that means here is that this is a challenging situation. There is more challenges. There is, maybe more conflict. Okay. It's just more of a difficult situation. Now, the other thing that I'm noticing is just kind of a confirmation of that is you have multiple fives, and fives, they do represent challenges, conflicts, just a difficult energy, but they represent change. So part of why things may feel a little bit more challenging at this time is because there could be, the connection or this person could be going through some kind of very significant change. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into your individual cards here. We have the King of Wands in the reverse for this person's overall energy towards you. It does feel that, and I see that, I see the Moon card, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse right underneath that. To me, this feels, Aries, that there is somebody here who is really trying not to, focus on this right now. I feel like they are feeling very unhappy here when it comes to the Ten of Cups and the Moon energy, but I feel like somebody's not feeling very sure about what they want to do. The King of Wands in the reverse, this person is strongly feeling right now is not the time for them to take any action in regards to this connection. Now, the Five of Cups in the reverse being, and the way that this person, like their thoughts and the way that they're kind of viewing things, to me, Aries, this person may feel like something is much easier for you than it is for them. Because this person is viewing you as the Five of Cups in the reverse. So if maybe you at one point were, sad about the connection, or at one point you were very affected by them or having a hard time, this person is viewing you as having come out of that, okay? So they definitely feel like you are having an easier time moving on than they are. Now, that maybe that's true, maybe it's not. This is just their perspective of things. I feel like that is also contributing to probably why this person's energy is coming up as, having such a hard time. Okay, so one, it's more of a confirmation that when it comes to you, they are just having a hard time right now. And it's like pouring salt on the wound for them a little bit, that you seem to not be having as hard of a time as they are. Now the Queen of Cups as their feelings, this is showing up in the reverse. So the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this person may feel like you don't care about them anymore, or that you didn't have the same level of feelings that they did. So like I said, this is just their perspective. It's the way that their assumptions. It doesn't mean that it's true. This person's like, oh, wow, I'm having a really hard time. And Aries seems to just be able to just move on. They obviously they didn't feel for me the way I thought that they did, or they didn't care about me in the way that I care about them. You know, that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling here. I also feel here, we have the Five of Wands as their intention. Yeah, it's almost like they're reaching for anger. I mean, that's kind of how it's coming through. You know, everybody, I would say that, you know, anger is kind of a symptom of what they're feeling underneath that. So it just feels like this person is kind of like reaching for anger, right? Because they're feeling hurt, because they're having a hard time. So it's almost like, you know, kind of blaming you or being angry at you that you are not struggling as much as they are. And maybe you are, you know, Aries, maybe you are having a hard time, or maybe you're just putting in the work to come out of that energy and this person isn't. But I do feel here that there is a frustration and there is a little bit of an anchor energy coming through here when it comes to this person. The Three of Pentacles energy as the challenge. So this is what's showing up as the challenge for them. One, the Three of Pentacles sometimes can talk about because their work is being put on display. Sometimes I do see that as something being put on display for this person. So this person may have access to like your social media. Maybe they're seeing something and they're seeing pictures of, you know, you out with friends, or maybe you just looking really good, or maybe you're posting, you know, things that you are doing in your life, and they're like, wow, Aries is just out there living their life, totally unbothered, right? For some of you, it could be somebody else who's involved in this, because sometimes the Three of Pentacles can be other people too. So this could be maybe like a friend or a family member or somebody, you know, saying, oh, I saw this on Aries social media, or, oh, I saw Aries out and they were doing this or that, or they have this or that going on. It could be something like that here. For others of you, the Three of Pentacles can indicate that this person feels like you guys are not, like you're just not on the same page. You're not in the same energy. You're not in the same place. And that's just really hard for them. I think it's hard for them to picture you, you know, being okay and you starting to move on, and they're taking that as, you know, they're taking that as a very personal, in the sense of like, oh, well, I just must not have been that important, or I just must not have meant that much to them, even though I don't feel like that's the case. The Three of Pentacles can also speak about like wanting to, you know, find a solution, I think is the way I want to say that. Wanting to find a solution, like feeling like there is like wanting to find a way to like work through something, but feeling unable to do so with it coming up as in the challenge position. So it's like, even if they do want to fight for the connection, or even if they do want to try to work things out with you, they feel unable to do so. And maybe that's because they're feeling like you no longer care, or they feel like you are already moving on. Now, the Chariot for their next action and behaviors. Now, this is coming up in the reverse. Yeah, it feels like a loss of like a lack of motivation, a loss of willpower, and it feels like this person, now maybe this isn't even something that you care about, like maybe the power dynamic isn't something that you even care about here, Aries, or it's not a factor for you, but I think it is for this person, where maybe the roles are kind of reversed, where maybe in the past you were the one that was very heavily affected by them, and you know, you were the one that was really struggling and they were able to go off and do their thing. And now that, you know, it seems like at least they're perceiving the roles to be reversed, they're having a hard time with this new power dynamic here. They feel unable to, it feels like a very stuck energy for them, because they feel unable to move on from this. They feel like they're having a very hard time doing that, but they also feel very unable to move towards you too. So they feel like I can't move towards Aries, and I also can't move on from Aries. I feel very stuck. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse for the potential outcome. Somebody feels like they have, blown their opportunity with you, that they had a chance with you in the past, and when they did, they could have been very careless with your heart, or they didn't, put the effort in, and now they feel like they no longer have a chance with you. And I think it's very hard for them. I'm really drawn to it on this deck in specific because there's this like plant growing out in the roots, and if you flip it upside down, it's almost like it's kind of like, picture gravity kind of pulling it down, and the roots just kind of like, trying to hang on to it. I kind of feel like that here, where somebody feels like, at least energetically and emotionally, they're still like desperately kind of trying to hold on to you, and they just feel you slipping away and feeling a little bit powerless. And you can really get that same kind of powerless energy with that Chariot in the reverse. So that seems to be where this person is at. I don't really see them taking action towards you. Some of that could be like pride or ego. Some of it is just they feel it wouldn't do any good. Somebody definitely feels like you are, moving on or not as affected by the situation as they are. And so to me, this feels like somebody just having a hard time and maybe feeling a little resentful, maybe feeling a little bit angry that, you're able to move on and they're not. Somebody feels unable to move towards you. Somebody feels unable to move on, and they feel like they've just kind of blown their chance. And I just kind of feel them being in this energy for a while. Now, the signs I'm seeing for you, I see all the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sag. I see Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn. I see Taurus and Virgo as well. Those are the signs I'm seeing, but it could be any. It is a general reading. So even if I did not mention a specific sign, the reading definitely can resonate for you. But that is what I have for you. I do hope that this helps, and everything you need to know, whether it's about this reading, scheduling personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course, all of that is in the description box below for you. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time.